I'd like to be a petroleum engineer.
I would like to be a virologist.
Okay, I want to become a chartered accountant and a tax consultant.
When it comes to choosing career by young ones, lots of people are involved. The parents want their child to be on the right path.
For instance, a medical doctor will want his child to be a medical doctor. A lawyer will want his child to be a barrister at law too, and so on like that.
The teachers as well believe they have a role to play because they spend most of the productive hours with the child at school. The child in question also has something in mind, influenced by various factors. From the research conducted among 108 students in 2 schools, 7 said their decision to settle for their chosen career was influenced by their parents. 2 said theirs was influenced by their teachers, while 199 said it was their own thought. If these figures are anything to go by, stakeholders have a lot to do.
In choosing subject combinations, we are very mindful of the interests of the children. And I think that is very important. We should be mindful of their interests.
What we expect the parents to do is to assist the child in making choice of her career, but not to impose the choice of career on the child. Find out what the child wants to read in future. After getting to know, find out the compulsory subjects, the related subjects for those courses, and see whether the child is good at those subjects.
It has been observed that when parents seemingly force their child to choose a particular career, they are most times sentimental about it, and this does not go without consequences.
When parents force their children to read a particular course because that is the profession in the family, it can be disastrous to the child. Parents can guide our right when you know what market is saying about certain professions. You can guide your child to read certain courses that we know will be marketable.
A professional is trained to help out in situations like this, and that is a school guidance counselor. He or she works with students and parents to help guide students' academic, behavioral, and social growth.
The Lagos State government has 2 psychological tests we use. We administer on them before they write their Becker exams. We have the aptitude test and we have the occupational interest inventory. And from there we deduce the type of profession or course that we want to read in the tertiary institution.
If you discover that a child is not academically fit, so to speak, we look at the aptitude. That aptitude says something about the inherent ability, inborn ability, potentials of that child. So we can use that to actually place the child.
What happens when there is a conflict of interest?
After having sessions with the parents, at the end of the day, they may change their minds. But we still have some parents that are very difficult in this aspect. So what do? We ask the parent to go and write an undertaking that you are the one placing the child in that area. So if at the end of the day, the child now faces any challenge, then the challenge will go to the parent, not to the guardian's counselor.
To raise the desired future leaders, efforts must be put in place to ensure that they start right. And this, experts say, is the only way to guarantee that the parents, the teachers, the child, and the society are happy at the end of it all. Seyifunmi, LTV News.